7/7/2013. Feeling the lighting is probably considered crappy. I can do better, but not today. That's the way it is, and it's the way it is. One cigar light. That's okay. Currently uploading yesterday's video. Oh man, I had to put the fucking donut back on the car again. I can't get that damn tire to hold air. I put plugs in it, I put glue on it, and nothing is functioning. So I'm going to need a new tire. I'm going to need one when you get inspected anyhow. But I was trying to put that off. The little one is finally ready to get inspected, so I'm hoping that I can get that sucker doing all the work and have the Subaru take a rest. I want to do cigars for video entries, diary entries. It's pretty funky, but it is. Wine cigars, I really enjoy those. They don't do what wine does, but it's got a pleasant flavor. Then clip-on things, the fan seems to be working very well. I am quite shocked. First time I tried to use it, I was moving around, and it ain't gonna do much if you're moving around. You need to stay within the cloud. And we got an umbrella, and that makes a cloud of things the bugs don't want to come into. If you're walking around, it ain't gonna do you much good. They sell the stuff you can spray on yourself, but it might not actually be a pesticide. My thought is that it's pesticide, and I'm not spraying myself with pesticide. It might be spraying yourself with stuff that they can't stand the smell of. That might not be poisonous to you. I don't know that. They're supposed to test this stuff, but I'm not really trusting of it. I think Diane's finally getting the point, at least about always, as soon as she sees me, do this, do that, do that, do that. I got my own agenda, and I'll do some of yours, and I'll do some of mine. This body can only do so much. Oh, yeah, that hurts. Inside my mouth, there is a creature or a group of critters slowly pulling the skin away from my bone. Yeah, it hurts. There are ways to fix it, but I ain't one of those who gets paid enough to pay those who know how to fix it. It's just an emergency. It's really not at the moment. Planting a bunch of irises in front of the house. I've been transferring dirt to the front to level things off. I never run out of things that I could do in this place. Tiny as it is, the basement could be finished, the roof could be solar panels, there could be windmills where the trees aren't, which trees are almost everywhere. That's okay, I like that actually. And when they don't have leaves, the windmills would work. It's a question of value versus repayment. Yesterday we got the door on. Pretty sure I showed you that. Yeah, now, just because it's my diary, this is what I'm thinking. This is not very valuable at the moment. Maybe someday, you know. I still got hope in the background that Warren Buffett might actually have heard from me and might have a secret thing somewhere. I had a dream about him. He had a party, buffet. It was all eaten by the time I got there. There was a half-eaten hot dog and a slimy roll. I considered it, and I was like, dude, I just want to talk to you, man. What's up? And I did talk to him a lot if you listen. Actually spoke to a lot of, well, not really, it was less than 12. And I put out a serious effort to do that. I had hope that it was worth doing. I still do. Considering to me what was passing through me was so incredible, I expected magnificent things, and I was actually kind of scared. Don't be scared of me. You know, we're gonna show up, do it quietly and politely, and let me know. Yeah, at the time I lived in the city, and I'm not a big city person. I don't live in the city now, but I still will. If anybody's ever gonna show up here, be polite and be quiet. Even the sheriff did that. Said I happened to be outside, he just pulled in nicely. I just have to serve you papers. You're not going to jail, but you're going to lose that house. Nobody wanted to buy it, man. I tried to get some of the money I put into it back out so I could pay them. Nobody wanted it for. Well, they wanted to give anybody $14,000, and I bought it for $30,000, and I put $15,000 into it. That's a 75% discount, you know. So I couldn't do it. They're gonna get the house. I hope they get something for it, because it's a really fucking nice house, and the neighborhood ain't that bad. You need kids in almost every neighborhood. A couple more in that one, maybe. how many times cars get vandalized elsewhere. Mine was at least in 10 years 3 times, and once in 10 years they stole her car. Obviously everybody upped their ante after that, including us. Her car would never out to be stolen again. We put it in storage for 3 months, and then I cut out a big piece of the garage to park it in the backyard behind closed doors. You shouldn't have to do that, but you know, it is what it is. I was a dealer when I was young. You would expect that to happen to a dealer. Just being in the middle of Reading or any big city. Dealer or not, you got something I don't. I might want to take. I ain't gonna make a lot smarter than that, right? That's how the things sometimes. I was always brought up pretty much, not so much that I was superior, but I was not even worth looking at. So I just expected to not be looked at. You find out they are looking if you're doing something, even almost anything, so get off of me. We didn't kill it, it's a mall. The thing before the mall is eat a lot of things. Not always bad. Everything's got to eat and drink and piss and shit just to live. It's a question of what do I value here in my little space as to whether or not I'm going to tolerate them being here. I certainly don't like getting bit up, so I'm impressed with that item. I'm actually impressed with that door because just the lay of the land, it automatically stays shut. I don't have a latch or nothing, but the lay of the land, that's what it does, it stays shut. Well, gotta get a latch for it. The backyard, I think the cheapest way, I always switch gears. This is just what's going through my head, or has gone through my head. The backyard is very hilly, and you don't get younger either way. You get younger, you end up not born. You get older, you end up dead. So the journey is the journey. But this is not very flat land, and she's not very stable on her feet. If it ain't flat, I can start you off pretty easily. If you own land that ain't flat, just for looks. I mean, you know, I deliver to places with really steep terrain. You really can't use that. It's for looking only. Public and private. But mulch is probably the cheapest and in about 2 years, mulch turns into topsoil. So I might, after everything else is done, that not everything, but whatever in line can get done that needs to get done to make this place retirable. Yeah, as if I'm ever going, if I live that long, I can actually retire. She's already retired, but if I get decrepit, we're in bad shape because she'd be even worse. She's already decrepit. Time 9 minutes. The big finger's in the way, right? Got jet fly, never had. I don't know if you can hear a lot of noise in this place. I think that's enough to put the steak fries on an egg roll. And she made smoked sausage links or something like that. Pre-made, she heated them up. But I just think it's pretty. Diane bought a mini pool. Toddler pool. But yeah, it's more value. If you have a garden, or we got a lot of hanging plants, something to scoop it out of the baby pool and transfer to all the hanging plants. Dual purpose. Can't leave it there for long enough with the goddamn mosquito for breeding. You might not get me if I got a cloud to sit in, but you're gonna be after somebody. Looking at the torch, thinking, whenever I take the lid off of that bucket that I have the waste oil from bleeding lines downstairs, there's a lot of water. It gets pretty skunky. As long as it works the torch, that's probably the only one I'm going to use. It's in a place that we don't work in. And this thing works well enough. It's less of a hassle, you know. Humans are really big on that. Less of a hassle. You know, you still got to stay in shape. But it has nothing, you don't always have to be doing things that don't have to be done by you. Yeah, it's pretty amazing actually. When you can harness what already is and what's already going on, plants do that, animals do that, life does that. When you can understand how that works, first of all, we found, in terms of the mega economy, oil. Next is going to be sunlight, like the plants, and the wind, and you probably, you already do use power of hydra, water flowing downhill. You're supposed to figure it all out. When you figure it all out, you won't need to be human no more. But meanwhile, you do. And don't worry if you're an adventurer among us. There's as many universes, if that is as immense as I believe he should be, that there is a never-ending cycle. But each flower blooms and dies, so the universe is a bloom. One might call it a plume, but it's a bloom. It's a flower that reached this day and said, wow, man, we made it. If you're a good servant, there's a never-ending journey. You might actually experience some really cool stuff. Yeah. I'm so happy to be here right now. I mean, if I gotta be in human form, being rich would be awesome, but this is what I was able to do without being rich. And if you got rich, that's what you did. But I am me. I have my imagination. I got what White Hawk would have. I got my connection. And I share it freely. But everybody needs, and not everybody's ever going to see this either. Just be you, man. I dig it. Really? Okay. I had to check the time again. That's actually quite cool. There can only be one god of money, Warren Buffett, in any given time. Oprah is like incredible of herself. Dolly Parton, Mel Gibson, Ozzy Osbourne.